Girl. On the glass door of the office were the words, Robbins, Hartley, Brokers. It was past 5, and the clerks had gone home. The two partners, Robbins and Hartley, were going to leave the office too. Robbins was 50, Hartley 29, serious, good-looking, and nervous. A man came in and went up to Hartley. "I have found out where she lives," he said in a half whisper. Hartley made a sign of silence to him. When Robbins had put on his coat and hat and left the office, the detective said, "Here is the address," and gave Hartley a piece of paper. There were only a few words on it. Hartley took a piece of paper and read, "Vivian Arlington, number 341, East 10th Street." "She moved there a week ago," said the detective. "Now, if you want to know more about her, Mr. Hartley, I can try to find out. It will cost you only $7 a day. I can send you a report every day." "Thank you," said the broker. "It's not necessary. I only wanted the address." "How much shall I pay you?" "1 day's work," said detective, $10. That will be enough." Hartley paid the man, sent him away, and left the office. He went to find the address written on the piece of paper the detective had given them. It took him about an hour to get to the place. It was a new building of cheap flats. Hartley began to climb the stairs. On the 4th floor, he saw Vivian standing in an open door. She invited him inside with a bright smile. She put a chair for him near the window and waited. Hartley gave her a friendly look. He said to himself that she was a nice girl and dressed in good taste. Vivian was about 21. She was of Saxon type. Her hair was golden and her eyes were sea blue. She wore a white blouse and a dark skirt, a costume that looks well on any girl, rich or poor. "Vivian," said Hartley, "you didn't answer my last letter. It took me over a week to find your new address. Why did you take no notice of my letter? You knew very well that I wanted very much to see you and talk to you." The girl looked out of the window thoughtfully. "Mr. Hartley," she said at last, "I don't know what to say to you. The more I think of your offer, the less I know what to answer you. I understand you are doing it for my happiness. Sometimes I feel that I should say yes, but at the same time, I don't want to make a mistake. I was born in the city, and I am afraid I shall not be happy in your country." "Oh, my dear girl," answered Hartley, "I have told you many times that my house is situated only a little way from the city. I have also promised to give you everything that you want. You will be able to come to the city, to go to a theaters, to visit your friends as often as you wish. Do you believe that?" "Yes, of course I believe you," said the girl, turning her beautiful eyes on him with a smile. "I know you're a very kind man. The girl that you will get will be a lucky one. I found out all about you when I was at the Montgomerys." "Ha!" cried Hartley. "I remember well the evening I first saw you at Montgomery's. Mrs. Montgomery told me so much about you that day, and she made no mistake. I shall never forget that supper. Come with me, Vivian, please. Promise me. I need you so much. You will never be sorry for coming to me. No one will give you a home as good as mine." The girl said nothing. Suddenly, an idea came into his head. "Tell me, Vivian," he said, looking at her, "is there another? Is there someone else?" The girl blushed and answered very quickly, "You shouldn't have asked me about that, Mr. Hartley, but I will tell you. Yes, there is another, but he has no right. I have promised him nothing." "His name?" demanded Hartley. "1,000. "Rafford 1,000?" exclaimed Hartley angrily. "Why did you meet that man? Oh, I have done so much for him. How could he?" "Oh, his car has just stopped at the house," said Vivian, looking out of the window. "He's coming for his answer. Oh, really, I don't know what to do now." The bell rang. Vivian hurried to the open door. "Stay here," said Hartley. "I will open the door myself." 1,000 was surprised to see Hartley. "Go back," said Hartley. "Hello," said 1,000. "What's up? What are you doing here, old man?" "Go back," repeated Hartley. "The law of the jungle. She is mine. I have come first." "Well, I came here to see her on business," said 1,000 bravely. "Oh, don't tell me lies," said Hartley. "Go back." 1,000 laughed, very angry. Hartley returned to the girl. "Vivian," he said, "I need you very much. Stop playing with me." "Okay, when do you need me?" she asked. "Now, as soon as you're ready to go." She stood up quietly and thought for a short time. "Do you think for one moment," she said, "that I shall ever enter your house while Helen is there?" Hartley did not expect that. At first he didn't know what to say. Then he said bravely, "Oh, she will have to go, I know. She's making my life miserable. I have never had a peaceful day since she came to my house, but this is the end, I promise you. You're right, Vivian. Helen must be sent away before I take you home. She must go. I have decided. I will turn her out." "When will you do this?" asked the girl. "Tonight," said Hartley. "I will send her away tonight." "Well, then," said Vivian, "my answer is yes. Come for me when you wish." She looked into his eyes and smiled. Hartley was happy, but he was afraid to believe her. "Promise me," he said, "on your word of honor." "Okay, on my word of honor," repeated Vivian softly. At the door, he turned and looked at her happily. "Tomorrow," he said. "Tomorrow," she repeated with a smile. It took Hartley about an hour and 40 minutes to get his home in the country. The door was opened by a young woman who kissed him as he came in. "Mother is here," she said. "She came to dinner, but there is no dinner." "Oh, I have something to tell you," said Hartley. "Some news." "What kind of news?" asked the woman. "Good or bad news?" He whispered something in her ear. Hartley's wife screamed. Her mother came running into the hall. His wife screamed again. It was a happy scream, very happy. "Oh, Mother," she cried, "what do you think? Vivian has agreed to come and cook for us. She is the cook that worked for the Montgomerys the whole year. I'm so happy. And now, Bill, dear, you must go to the kitchen and send Helen away. She's drunk again."